Aren't they outside the walls? Wait, you went outside the walls, didn't you? The Low House can only help the community because of generous donations. This means a great deal to me and the community. Keep it up and we'll have to name something after you. But if you can, that would be enormously helpful. Mr. Cole, I wanted to thank you for all your assistance. And people say I'm too altruistic. Please don't tell little Liv about the Low House. Her parents try their best to not worry her. Takes everything I've got to keep the Low House open. But it still doesn't feel like enough. Only if you can do so without ruffling feathers. We need Cartwright and Lance. Running the Low House is tough. But those times when we make a real difference, it makes it all worth it. So, the mayor, Elias Cartwright, has always been generous to us, but it's been a while since he's donated. There's too many people suffering, and not enough hands reaching out to help. I'm doing it because once, a long time ago, I was a guest at the Low House. I was the one who needed saving. Mr. Tate told me you helped with our housing project. Raisha Lance's new donation will help so many people. This is a huge help. Seeing the different service to the community can make, it can fill the heart, the soul. All the same, please just hear me out. I won't keep you for more than a quick moment. Sadly true. We just got some more colony warvets landed. Much appreciated, Mr. King. Your extraordinary efforts to help us, I couldn't let it go unrewarded. I had to try. But you take care. Too little, and people suffer. Just do your best. That's all you can do. If you don't have a home when it gets cold or rainy, that's when it gets rough. I cannot thank you enough for all your support of the Low House. If there's anything you can do to speed up the wheat delivery, please do it. No word from the Trade Authority. I'm sorry I even asked. The Cartwrights have been donating to the Low House for generations. I hate to ask it, but I do need more help. You're okay, right? Hush. All of us have tough times in our life. I'm just at the other side of the tunnel and can lend a hand. You tired? I know I am. I can't go into the stretch until I have something I can give them. But it's noble to sacrifice your own pride for the benefit of others. I like to believe everyone is capable of empathy and compassion, but people like Duncan test my faith. The weather has been good, so things are good. Sincerely, thank you for your donation. I'll make sure it is put to good use. Both of those are routine. More polite reminders, really. Everything runs on charity. And our benefactors, though kind, I think sometimes, well, get sick of seeing me. You fought Ashta, and you didn't even bother to mention it to me. Here, take this. I insist. Both Elias and Raisha told me they're increasing their donation. If the Trade Authority gave us the barest fraction of what they make here, the Low House wouldn't have to worry about funds ever again. It's good to know the Filburns are still faithful to the cause. Every credit counts. Your donation means someone has food in their belly, or a blanket from the cold. If we don't get that wheat shipment soon, I don't know what to say. Good to know there's still some folks who can take an interest in the welfare of others. Of course, I understand. We've all got places to be. Look, I'll be honest with you. We get a little help from some other wealthier folks in the city, but it's barely enough. Don't let Raisha fool you. She built and owns a powerful corporation. Not that you would know it. This is part of the Intellowit harvest. I'd like you to deliver it to Simone Jansen and her family. More importantly, they can do it with some dignity. No need to beg or steal. Everything's given with no questions asked. And no favors owed. If you ever are down on your luck, our door is always open. And Raisha increased her donations substantially. Very substantially. I can't complain. Someone said some of the Filburn crops got a little damaged. The emergency fund's empty, so please, hurry. Around here, folks have a certain amount of pride and want to do well for themselves. I have one more thing for you to do. But I hope it's more of a reward. If you can spare a few credits, it'll do a lot of good. The Law House is a mission of mercy. I don't want anyone to be hurt on our account. I want you to see the fruits of your labors. Don't take any risks like that again, please. You more than deserve it. I'm not saying we don't get the occasional freeloader who's content to take a handout, but in my experience, that's not common. Trying to, anyway. It takes credits to provide for those in need. And I'm hoping you'll be willing to contribute. You don't have to. Anton's a good man and has good advice. Please, don't risk yourself like that. If anyone got hurt working for the Low House, Philbon Agricultural Systems feeds basically everyone in the stretch. Bless the Philbon brothers. Mrs. Johnson. Mr. King. I hate to ask it, but this next errand should be safe. Easy. You are a breath of fresh air. Don't worry about it. I'm sorry to take up your time. The whole family has earned my eternal thanks. It's touch and go sometimes. Pester too much and they could turn their back on the project. Once you're done with that, come back to me. We buy it at a deep discount, below their costs. Oh, that makes sense. Sometimes they just need a helping hand to pull them up from a dark place and set them on their feet again. I don't suppose you could convince your father to help? Every child that would starve without our help. Oh, dear Lord. Please, you have to know I had no idea. And Zara Philbon came by and told me what you did to help her. I'll have more work for you when you get back. Everyone you've helped and talked to worked together for your reward. You take care. Sarah Philbon gave me these credits to give to you for your help with the farm. Getting the straight into proper homes is a vital step in permanently changing their fortunes. Those credits are from the grateful Philbons, not me. There's no shame in these. Expect more next week. Okay? And I wouldn't take a single one. You've earned it. What do you think I'm doing this for my benefit? That is good news. What was the holdup anyway? Take the time you need. The crops. I know not everyone approves of Henry getting more into brewing, but I don't care. For example, because of you today is one of the days which gives me strength instead of sapping it. Some days are easier than others. The way I see it, the Low House is like a bridge that helps them get to that place. At least that's what I keep telling myself. You are. I just don't know what. Raisha Lands is a huge benefactor. Laredo Firearms has been vital for us. Sincerely, thank you. Elias and Raisha both sent their donations. Thank you. If you could convince Duncan Lynch to give us anything, heck, a single credit even, I'd consider it a victory. You want to do some good for the city? Let me know. I'll take all the help I can get. Could you ask Sarah Philbon what the holdup is? Very politely. We do, but it's for a good cause. But the latest IntelliWheat shipment is late. I'm not worried yet, but getting there. If you're serious, I'm drowning in work. A new face may ease up the purse strings, or at least save me some errands. You might want to go to the House of the Enlightened. I'm glad to. The Low House is a place where folks down on their luck can get a hot meal and a bed to sleep in. That's right. And most people want to. You are far too modest. Works for me. And you got Elias to pledge more to help. Substantially more. Not a chance. I run a place. Have for years. But to do it, I have to rely on the kindness of others. I didn't say that, but I'm not going to correct you. Not so fast. Thank you for your time. You are something else. If it's any consolation, I feel that way often. Don't even think of not accepting it. Got a moment to hear about the Low House? It means a lot to me and to others. I still can't believe it. Remember, this isn't for me. It's for every hungry belly in the stretch. The last is a long shot, probably futile. But the Trade Authority is incredibly wealthy, and they have never ever donated to us. That's your right. I just hope that if you ever fall on hard times yourself, you find someone more compassionate than you are. Thank you. I don't know if you believe in karma, but I do. I think you just earned yourself some. The Johnsons are good people. I hope Marco can find work soon.